Hey, this is Jim. Send help.
This guy did another movie,
He
which
did.
we reviewed on this very podcast.
He did, yeah.
Planchard.
Planchard is the device
It also
used.
says plantain. Isn't plantain a green banana?
Oh, yeah. They're looking up the name of the device used in the Ouija board.
Ouija.
So yeah,
Good luck, board.
Mike Flanagan.
Flanagan.
He is the director, and he did the other movie we watched, Oculus.
Oculus.
Similarities to Oculus.
There were quite a few similarities to Oculus.
Okay, well, let's hear them.
Well, they both had the Oculus mirror in them.
That's true. In the basement of Ouija, there was the Oculus mirror.
Luigi.
Both movies featured a house with a traumatic history.
Yes, they did. Yes,
Both
they did.
featured the same small redheaded child.
It's not the same actor, was it?
The same actress, yes.
Was it really?
We talked about this.
The redhead was...
I thought you guys were joking.
No, the redhead that was the... Lena daughter in this movie played the younger version of the redhead in Oculus.
Oh my God, they might be right.
No, we are right.
I was just going to say that maybe he had a thing for redheads because there were two redheads in both his movies, but it's the same person.
Both movies, in a
It's
way.
not the same person. There's two redheads in the first movie, two redheaded actresses playing different versions of the same character. In this movie, one of those redheads was still in it, not the one that used to be in Doctor Who.
His name is also
Nerd alert.
Mike Flanagan, so he could be,
He's Irish. Maybe
an
he's
Irish
got a thing
guy.
for redheads.
Oh,
who shits clover leaves and likes redheads.
that's okay if you just say it because you're Irish. Just
Both
put it
movies
out there.
featured
Yes,
mental
we watched this movie in the
hospitals.
theaters.
Mental
Both movies featured a daughter killing a mother. Both
Yes.
movies featured a father who
Did
is
she
redeemed
kill her
in some
mother,
way.
though, in...
redeemed in some way. How was? Oh, because he carried the daughter to her bed and gave her the information to stop the demage.
The demage.
The Ouija?
Yes.
What?
In both
Ouija.
movies, the main character ended up back in the mental hospital.
That's true.
God
In
damn
both
it.
think
movies,
that-
Brian went to the bathroom.
I think that there is actually kind of the other thing I had was that there's like a third person narrative where the audience and the actors are shown plot details through a kind of a retroactive third person viewing of themselves.
Huh?
Like in Oculus, like a main part of that movie was the actors seeing themselves at a previous time in life acting out.
Yes, I see.
And-
So
and-
the scene with the father where she
the scene with the
saw
father.
herself like from... Well, in Oculus, granted, they're seeing themselves from like 10 years ago. And this one, she was seeing herself from about 30 minutes ago.
Either way,
But either way, there
storytelling
was
in that form.
time displacement viewing, I believe, is the term that we will make up for that.
Yeah, I believe that's the term because we're calling it that.
I actually think that the director, this is a guess, one can make it a pretty strong suggestion that he has obviously a fascination or interest in mental health. I mean, he had the mental institutions, like the delusions, like all sorts of stuff that kind of circles around that. And one of the more subtle things that I noticed in this movie, and I don't know if it's intentional or not, is that when you're working with someone who has had a significant loss in their life, or when they're dealing with traumatic history that is the result of an individual in their lives, and that individual has now left, it's very difficult to resolve those conflicts because the actual object, the person in their life, is no longer around. So it almost becomes mythological. Like, say, for instance, if you had a problem with, like, say, for instance, your sister.
Say, for instance, again.
And your sister is still on this earth, you can interact with that person and dispel some of those misconceptions. If your sister is dead, it becomes almost a level of mythology where your perspective or understanding of it is a historical account that becomes more and more skewed. So the fact that the mother in this movie at the beginning was helping people resolve problems about a previous lost person in their life by making them present through meditation or spiritual retrieval and help them process it that way is actually an interesting way of resolving past conflicts of dead loved ones.
See, that was a very long but very cohesive explanation. And in that same vein, in the Oculus movie, you've got the brother who went through therapy and has the therapeutic answer to everything that's going on in the movie, and then finds out that, oh no, it really is a crazy mirror. And then
Shit, a crazy mirror.
Damn, I was wrong. And then in this movie, you've got the daughter who is trying to explain everything away based off of the cold reading techniques and the different, psychic techniques that she was taught by her mother on how to fake a reading, and then discovers, oh, wow, it really is demons.
Same movie? That's my question. Are they the same movie?
I think they're a different movie. I mean, you can go to IMDb and it shows up as two different movies.
Yeah, they were made at different times.
I see.
But it is almost a rehash of it has strong thematic elements that have been carried between the two movies.
Yeah,
so it's almost like a remake of the previous movie with a little bit of Conjuring thrown in.
I think that's pretty strong. Say remake?
A remake. It reused the storyline.
Similar themes, I'll say
Similar
that.
theme,
That's
yeah.
as far as I will go.
I mean, yeah, if you watch these two movies separately, you might see similar themes, and then you learn that, oh, it's the same director. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I can see this.
Yeah, I didn't know until you told me it was the same director. I wasn't thinking of Oculus the whole time.